Hello everybody, my name's Kat and today we've got a little bit of a training session for you. We're going to introduce you a bit more properly to some of our ibis. Now myself and Gary have been working together training them, and he's just gone to let them out, and here they come. So we've got two Northern Bald Ibis, we've got Rafiki and Timon. They've been here for a couple of years now, well, they're still learning, and they still haven't got their full adult plumage. Look at this bird coming in. So they've clocked Gary straight away. So part of the training that we've been doing with these birds is encouraging them to basically circle around the arena, and they're very powerful, very strong flyers, and they've actually not really needed to gain much fitness at all to do the flying that they do. They're a migratory species, so they've got lots of energy, and they just make flying look pretty easy. A few flaps and they can gain so much height, as you can see. Incredible. And part of the training process is obviously to let them know when to come and join us and when to come and land. And you saw there that Gary will kneel. We've got some pots with food in as well. As soon as they see the kneel, that's a visual cue to come and land with us in the arena. The whole idea of training sessions like this is we're getting ready for reopening for our summer season with our 3 demonstrations, and our first one of the day is Wings of Africa. Now, Northern Bald Ibis are not birds of prey, but our finale for Wings of Africa, we like to throw as many species of African bird in, just to really try and create some natural scenes for you, and give you a bit of a feel as if you're in Africa. Now the weather today is glorious, so we could well be in Africa, and Timon and Rafiki are flying beautifully. They've got really long beak, so most ibis will probe for their food.
Good boy, well done.
A lot of them are wading birds, although the Northern Bald Ibis are terrestrial, so they spend a lot more time inland. But they've got this lovely iridescent glow that you can see. Here comes, who's that? That's Rafiki coming in first. Nice. Followed by Timon. They always drop their legs, a little bit like vultures, but they're very quick to come on in, and that's taken quite a long process to associate all of the signals with these birds. So we got them when they were just a few weeks old, actually. There'll be 2 this May, and myself and Gary have been working very closely with them to build up a nice bond. But you can see they're using their long beaks just to have a probe around in the ground, looking for insects. They'll quite happily feed mainly on insects out in the wild, but also small mammals, rodents, reptiles, the odd fish or two, but mainly mammals and insects. And occasionally they may scavenge a carcass alongside vultures, and obviously you know that we absolutely love our vultures here at the Trust. So if we can fly lots of African species that all tie in together for that finale, then that really makes a fantastic ending to our Wings of Africa show. So as I say, this is a training session. Look at the height those birds are gaining. This is exactly what we want to see from these 2 birds. Just circling around. One thing you may have noticed is obviously it's just the 2 ibis flying, so they're going to feature in the finale. They haven't yet flown with other birds. They've seen wild birds, so the wild kites and the wild buzzards. In fact, we've got a pair of wild red kites out at the moment because the conditions are fantastic today. Ooh, coming nice and close. But they haven't flown with the rest of the team. They haven't met the rest of the team yet, so that's a challenge that they've got to overcome. So we have no idea how they're going to react, but we're hoping that it's all going to go nice and smoothly, and that thought about coming in then. So you'll notice that Gary hasn't come out to kneel, and one of the ibis was looking to come in and land. So he signalled to keep flying, And now that he's walking, or thinking about walking into the arena, to call them in. But the idea is that the birds stay in the air, fly around with the other species, and then when we want them to come in and land, they do just like that.
Well done.
Fantastic. Now we've got storks that we fly, and actually their training is very similar, but it's completely different to training a bird of prey, a raptor, and it's been a really enjoyable process. And they've got the best walk as well. So we're going to bring them a little bit closer, and that was actually a really good training session for them. They got some really good height, staying above the arena, and that's exactly what they want.
They look really good, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah. I was really pleased with their response as well, though, in that, wasn't it? It was
Yeah.
where they were flying. The moment they got the signal, they were coming in,
legs.
weren't they? So
Said
it's really
a bit
nice
like
to see.
vultures, where they drop the legs.
Yeah. Yeah, really good. It's nice that they're just milling around as well, actually, isn't it? And I think the great sort of end game for these birds is if they could fly around like that within the Wings of Africa display, wouldn't it, with all the other birds?
Yeah.
And that's the next challenge to hit, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then if they can come down and at the end of the display just sort of mill around like this so people can see them up close, it'd be great, won't it? I think they'll be a bit of a winner. Well, and you know, some of the new birds that people are going to be able to see when we can reopen the doors again, aren't they, really?
For the first time, really.
Yeah.
This has been the main time we've been getting them up in the air, so
yeah,
it's really exciting to be able to show them off.
And I don't know about you, but I wasn't sure whether they'd be quite ready or not either.
No, I wasn't.
I think we're getting there, aren't we?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I said it's not quite the same as training birds of prey.
Yeah.
Lots of challenges, but the responses are really good, and they're really nice little birds.
Yeah,
I've enjoyed working with them.
It's been good fun, hasn't it? Actually,
yeah,
and something a bit different. And
yeah.
Well, we're not quite finished yet, are we?
No. Yeah, watch this space.
So far it's going well, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, I think they're ready to go home, aren't they?
I think they are.
Look at Rafiki over there. Are you ready? We shouldn't really let the tail wag the dog, should we? But
But they flew really well.
They did fly really well. Shall we walk them home?
Yeah, let's take them home.
Come on then.
Whoa.